Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. The time has come.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat has been released.
It has begun, ladies and gentlemen. It has begun.
And we were there for that.
We were. Yep.
And now it's time for our review.
To discuss, yes, Mortal Kombat 2021.
We've been waiting for this for many years, my friend.
We have. Long overdue. Long overdue. Lots to talk about. Lots to say. I'm ready. And I know you guys are too.
And this time, we're grown.
Yes, yes.
Because when they came out, we were kids.
Right. So it was, all right.
And YouTube didn't exist.
Right.
Shit, internet didn't really exist.
Yeah, it was just
So now we're here.
AOL, I guess.
So if you guys are new to the channel, I'm J3.
I'm Ronin Shogun, Ninja Assassin. Wow. Yes. What's up, man?
What up, dog?
Chilling.
For those out there that don't know, this is a spoiler review because Ronin cannot do a review on this. It has to be spoken of. You have to talk about this movie. You have to talk about what you saw.
You have to.
So you can understand how we feel.
Because there's no other way to get around it.
You can't. What are you going to do? Say, you know what? The action was cool. I liked some of the directing. The actors were really cool. It's that one scene. I can't talk about that. Nah.
Right. You can't do that with this.
We're going in.
Fair enough. So it's out there.
It's out there, y'all.
Yeah.
You've been warned.
Shao Kahn laugh. All right. Nah, let's get it, bro.
We like to talk about the good, the bad, then we have fun with it.
Okay.
Ronin.
I think I'm going to go with the bad.
The bad. Ooh. Yeah. Get it on out the way.
Yeah, yes.
Get out the way. Get the bad out the way.
Let's do that. That's going to be the flawless victory right now. We're going to do that. So.
Woo! I want to hear what your bad is, bro.
Okay. So when we did our reactions and we talked about I was coming in to see the action, that is exactly what I came to see. So I think it was a little lackluster and underwhelming. And here's the thing. Simon McCoy is good at his camera work, right? When it comes to focusing on the characters and giving us narrative. But when it came to action, it was this disconnect from the action and the drama. And what I mean is it was badly edited, right? Mm-hmm. But here's the twist. There was no shaky cam. I could see what was going on, but it was close-up shots and quick cuts. We've come so far from getting away from shaky cam, which is great. Bravo.
Yes.
You did that. I could see what was happening, but I couldn't see what was happening, which is weird. So I'm like, wait a minute. And then you have the stars that can do the fighting. So it's like, the one gimmick that everyone came to see is you underperformed on it because you had the people, the men and women that could do this, but it was not being shown properly.
Yeah.
And certain fights were good and drawn out, and then certain ones were kind of decent. And there's certain characters that get their shine when it comes to fighting, and there were certain characters that got their shine when it came to character moments and one-liners and stuff. So that's kind of where my negative is because, I'm a martial arts fan, and I had a fight marathon before going into this movie.
You messed up now.
Myself. Yeah,
hey, you did just like the actor when he watched The Raid.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm at. But again, the movie's still fun. It's just that you're here for the fighting. And that's all I was worried about. And that was a bit of a disappointment for me. It underperformed and that was underwhelming. Granted, there was no shaky cam.
Yes.
It was just the editing and the close-up shots. I mean, at this point, you should know to have wide, long takes. That's it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't cut away until somebody's dead or knocked out or ripped apart.
Yeah.
But if they're still able to maintain and throw hands, why are we cutting away to something else that doesn't matter?
Yes.
And that is a pet peeve because I love fight scenes.
Yes.
And this was your one moment to show that. There's a few that were good. Not amazing, good. And then others that were kind of, all right, I guess. But the blood and gore kind of substitutes that. So I'm not as upset as I should be.
Yeah. Well said. I have to agree on that. The editing was not there. It was choppy in a lot of parts. Yeah. I agree on that.
Yeah.
Fight scenes.
That matters in a franchise like this. Because,
bro, you said it. It's disconnected.
Yeah.
It was like.
You
It was like a tease.
You had the people there that we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Haruyuki and Joe. Oh man. We know what they can do, but let us see it.
We wanted to see that one shot pan out. Raid 2.
Yes.
In the what was it? The cafeteria or something.
The kitchen.
The kitchen.
Oh,
yeah.
that was Mortal Kombat.
We needed to see that. We needed that. You ain't lying, man. You are not lying. You are not lying. I got a bad for you.
All right.
I got a bad for you.
Stay with us, audience. Stay with us.
Here's a bad for you. I got one.
Stay with us.
One of the things that I thought I was not going to get in this movie was the overdrawn of certain characters.
Okay.
When you was dealing with Cole, Louis Tan's family,
right?
They played the role as the humans in a kaiju film.
Gotcha.
They were low key in the way.
Okay.
I was getting tired of them because I felt like I know what they were doing and I get it, but once we established what was going to happen,
right,
I didn't need it anymore.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
And I felt like they were drawing him out to draw him out, and I didn't like that.
And you could have just really focused on Cole Young.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, we were already with him. We like Louis Tan.
Yeah, we was like, yo, we here, okay. All right, it's family again.
Right.
All right.
In a Mortal Kombat movie.
Are they gonna kick somebody? Like now, if you did something like that, like if you was like, Dad, I got you. I'd be like, okay,
that's
there we go. We got
okay,
something.
keep them around.
Keep them around. But it was just always, oh, Dad, no, I need this. It was
now, and this is, and I have a little gripe with that too. But I'm gonna put a little positive on that. I like the daughter more than the mom. The mom's kind of, because the daughter was kind of sympathetic and supporting the dad.
Daddy's little girl.
Yeah, you know, Dad, you're badass. You tried. Good job. She wasn't like rebellious for the sake of being rebellious. She was really supportive of her father.
Yeah.
Because she was raised around him fighting, so she wasn't a stranger to it. She understood this is what he does. He was kind of washed up, but she still was in his corner.
Yes.
And I respect that. The wife, she was in the way.
True. But then I also look at it like this. When you watch movies like Kick-Ass, you know, as a fighter, you train your children.
Yes.
If she came out like Hit Girl,
okay,
then would be like, get out of here, Dad, I got him. You know,
I'll accept that.
It was just like I felt that the family parts,
because now they're useful.
It was like they were just in the way to a degree. It's
filler
like,
to move the subplot forward.
Yeah,
they were filler.
They were fillers, and the thing is, it's not that their acting was bad or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
You could feel that they were fillers.
Right.
Like you. It came to a point where you started to pay attention. Like, oh, wait, she's still here. Oh,
yeah.
Go somewhere. You know what I mean? And that's when I have that's a negative.
We got a couple minutes to the next scene.
Yeah.
So let's show the family again.
Let's throw this in real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That was one of mine.
All right.
You got another one?
I will say the way the main protagonist is utilized was kind of a disrespect, not only to the actor, but to the iconic character that the actor was performing. And now I'm talking about Raiden.
Whew.
I like the actor, but the material he's given and the decision choice making and what he was doing in the story did not work. He didn't respect his Earthrealm fighters, and the Earthrealm warriors didn't respect him either because he didn't respect them. So the problem with that is that he's a elder god, but he felt more like a referee that was trying to get his job back. And the problem with that is that people were looking down upon him, and they're supposed to be looking up at him. So it's just like, all right, you handpick these people, and then you put them out there knowing that they were not ready for Mortal Kombat, but you brought them to the temple to train.
And then disrespect them.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, granted, the way they were talking to you, it was warranted because you disrespected them. Mm-hmm. And you didn't give them a chance to redeem, and you didn't really explain to them what their importance was. We know the lore, so I'm putting it out there for those that need to understand.
Yeah.
So it was lackluster in that. And the other characters, I actually was pretty fine with the other characters.
Yeah.
Raiden was the one that's supposed to be balanced and bring the adventure to the public about what's happening, why it's happening, why we're here, why we're fighting, what we're going to do, who we're going to attack next, when the next tournament is, how much time we got till preparation. We really got none of that because he didn't have an idea himself. And that was kind of weird because, again, he's the elder god, lightning protector, realm of earth, and he didn't feel like a protector. He felt like a person that was trying to earn his stripes again. Like he seemed like he got casted out when he showed up.
Yeah. And
he was trying to find his way through the Earthrealm Warriors because the Earthrealm Warriors already had missions. But then they came together and was trying to figure out what was really going on. But they already had their own individual stories coming in. So we were thrown into an adventure with no answers. Granted, I said that because I didn't want it to just be a tournament movie. Yeah. So I like the approach. It's just the execution was poor as to why they're here and what was Raiden's end game for his Earthrealm defenders.
Yeah.
We're fighting for Earth. Explain to them why they're important and why they matter.
Because then that was going to help the audience.
Exactly.
Can I get on that? For
yeah.
The Raiden.
Stay with us, audience. Stay with us.
The Raiden was more of like, when I was sitting there watching Raiden, I was like, man, this is not good. Because as a viewer, not putting my Mortal Kombat knowledge in and the love for it, as a viewer, he felt like a side character. He did not feel like the main character. That wasn't Raiden, man. Like it was funny because everyone was trying to explain to me like, yo, Raiden's there. I'm like, nah. Raiden is that dude. And there's a godly presence when he comes, regardless if his powers are going away, if he's not paying attention to human society, the way they handle him, they should have handled, like, I feel like they should have handled him like Shao Kahn at this point.
Okay.
Make him mysterious. Because when he was there,
that would have worked.
He was just a shell, bro. It was like, is this really him?
Right.
Because no one low-key respected him but Liu Kang.
Right.
Even Kung Lao wasn't even like listening to him.
Right.
Like Kung Lao was like the leader.
And I understand where Liu Kang's position was because he's a Shaolin monk and there's a humbleness and there's like spirituality behind his behavior.
But that's by default.
Yeah.
It wasn't by his choice. It feels like that.
And that was because he was a Shaolin monk of the Temple of the Order of Light. So I get that. And again, shout out to Ludi Land because he was one of the positives for me.
Oh, yeah. We're not, it's just that Raiden character.
But it's the rating. He's supposed to bring balance to everything.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a weak introduction for him. I like the actor. I didn't like the material, the way they presented him to the audience.
Word.
So nothing towards the actor. He's fine. It's just the way he was presented to us and how he was written was lackluster.
I'm glad great leeway into my next gripe. Even though this is a Mortal Kombat film, and I wasn't expecting to see Oscar-winning script. None of that. I just felt like the script was underwhelming. It had a lot of plot holes. So when you watch it, I'm watching for the fights, but then you do pay attention a little bit of the lore. This is not the type of movie where I'm expecting a lot, but I do want to make sense of what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And when you dig into the Mortal Kombat lore, because they actually have one now.
Yes.
It's very choppy. Like, there's a lot of plot holes. Like when you were dealing with Kung Lao, right? We're like, okay, well, we know he's a descent. You know, we get it. Okay, then why are we not talking about this? Why didn't the script introduce the proper material for the viewers? It was like the script was like, you should know these characters, and if you don't know them, good luck. Figure it out. Go play the video games.
Yeah.
I felt the script was not new viewing friendly. That's the word.
Okay. Yeah.
The plot holes.
It didn't open the door for people that weren't familiar.
If you came into this movie and you did not know anything about Mortal Kombat, but
you're lost.
An arcade game, you're lost.
Yeah.
Because we had to actually really use our knowledge to semi-figure out what was going on to a degree.
To put puzzles together.
Yeah, we were literally, the same. Our desks looked just like Sonya Blade's table. Like, it was like, all right, so I think this is coming together. Okay, well, this guy came in this tournament. All right, they lost 9. Right. But wait, when was the tournament? When was the last tournament? And then speak of that, it was like, okay, well, we'll figure this out. Well, there's Nightwolf right there. So maybe he still got a denim jean on. Maybe this was in the 70s. We're trying to figure out what was going on.
And they clearly said 9 tournaments took place, and there was champions on both ends. That's like 2 movies right there.
I'm like,
it's like, yo, but okay, but you still could have diffused that and flipped it with just a little bit of like touch up on the dialogue. Like, you could have gave montages, you could have gave flashbacks, you could have had specific actors telling that story in their mind as we're in their experiencing what they're telling psychologically. You could have still got around that and gave us maybe 10, 15 minutes of that.
Yeah.
And each character could have had their different point of view of previous tournaments that took in place.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a different point of view on how it went down and who was there and who was involved, whether they won or lost. Kung Lao's point of view of the tournament could have been different from Liu Kang's.
Yeah.
Sonya's was different because she was a bystander that was probably just watching and investigating. You know, they're special forces. Their job is to have intel on everything.
Right.
So I like the way they portrayed Sonya in that sense. But you had 3-4 different movies in this one movie. Mm-hmm. There were so many subplots that they could have focused on. Like the first 10-15 minutes could have been the whole first hour of the movie of Bi-Han and Hanzo. That would have been great.
Yeah.
And then the second act could have just been the Earth Realm Defenders coming here trying to figure out what's going on with the Outworld people coming in.
Yeah.
That's right there would have been perfect. But it was so choppy as far as what kind of Mortal Kombat do we want this to be?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you say there was no tournament, but they just came off of the 9th tournament. You say you want it to be an invasion movie, but it wasn't really an invasion. But it was more of a recruit movie getting ready for a tournament before an invasion happened. You see what I'm saying? See how choppy that is?
Yeah. It's
and
like,
it should have been like one or the other. I think recruiting is good. That idea worked. It was just poorly like all over the place. It was convoluted because we came right in the middle of it, right when it ended from what the information that was given to us.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so we came in after all the epicness. So now we're in the middle of the journey where the fighters are trying to find their way.
Yeah.
And then another thing that was kind of weird and off-putting to the lore, granted, it was a good concept and a good idea, but I did not like the Arcana thing with the birthmark showing that they were chosen.
Really?
Because it was just like random people coming in that weren't chosen but delivered, and then the people that were chosen did not deliver. So it was like in reverse.
Oh, you talking about Sonya Blade?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So and it's like, and it's crazy because my positives and my negatives are starting to combine right now. But yeah, it was a reverse effect.
All right, let me do one more and then we're gonna get in this good.
Yeah, heck yeah. Stay with us, guys.
Okay. All right.
Man.
Shoot, that was a good one. Sonya Blade, that threw me for a loop. So I was like, what the? All right, whatever. I'm gonna go with it. Let's go with this.
Yeah.
All right. A negative that I have with the film, another one. It's very minor, but it's just it's observation. It's just something that really just irked my soul was the fact that when Jax lost his arms.
Okay.
It's just a scene. This is a scene.
Yeah.
I just want to say this before I forget. Jax lost his arms. They say they went through multiple realms to find a solution to his arms being removed. And you took these 2 monks and they used mechanical technician, like nanotech. They was highly advanced monks, and they were able to give him mechanical working limbs. I had no clue.
From where? We don't know. We don't know. But they found something.
What?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You got to believe in yourself.
Did you see those tools?
Yeah. They were ancient.
All right, let's get on some good, baby. Because I like the movie, but that was just some.
I enjoyed the movie. It's just you gotta take these criticisms because here's the thing, audience. We want a franchise, and I want to see them succeed because I want my martial arts back.
Yeah.
And if I'm a support martial, I want to see the fighting.
Yeah.
He wants to see the fighting.
Yes.
You guys want to see the fighting. It just is what it is, and I'm saying this because I care, and he does too. We want this to be great. Whew. I had to get the negatives out of the way. He did too. Let's get into the good.
Let's get that junk, bro.
Stay with us.
Hey, man, here we go, man.
I'm going to let you hit this one.
One of the best parts of this movie for me, all due respect to everybody in this movie. But my gosh, that introduction.
Yes.
Was fire, bro.
Absolutely flames.
I'm glad I didn't watch the 7 minutes like you did.
I still enjoyed it because I got to see it in an IMAX experience. You know, 2 experiences. This is kind of new to me, being able to watch a mainstream movie that comes out in theaters on streaming service and then go to the theaters and watch it. I got to have 2 different experiences and still enjoy it. Because again, you know, I just love fighting and stuff. And it was great to see it on a grander scale.
Yeah,
it was even more epic that way too.
I watched it at home, and I watched it at IMAX.
Okay,
and I have to say both experiences were phenomenal. The very introduction of it, the viewing, the cinematography, the directing, the action portion, like even their fight scene, the way Scorpion was just handling it, man. Han was just in there. Like,
that was one of the top moments. That was one of the top tier stuff.
Because
See?
it showed
Long
one shot, and you saw him take everybody out, and you was embedded with
And when they cut away, somebody was dead or cut.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
And it was beautiful.
Because there ain't no coming back.
It was
okay,
beautiful.
go to the next guy.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm loving every bit of that.
That was a good example of what we want to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
That the way that ran together, it was just fulfilling, and it actually got the movement going.
Yeah.
And
it really set the tone.
It was a really good tone for the next 20 minutes. Because you were like, yo, we're here, we're there.
Yeah.
That's what I really liked about this movie.
Okay.
What you got?
I'm gonna say I like the iteration of Sub-Zero that they gave us behind. They treated him like a horror movie villain, like a slasher movie villain. His presence was like boogeyman almost.
Oh hell yeah! Especially
it was like if you imagine like Michael Myers if he was a ninja and had skills and fought.
Are you sure he ain't?
Yeah.
Mike
Who
Myers
knows?
doing that?
Yeah, you never know. But it was one scene in the very beginning when Jax is rescuing Cole and his family. It was one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and he shows up and he's got his shotgun and military tech, and then he walks into the factory, and the Cole follows him, and it was like this mist, and he's just standing there, nonchalant, not speaking, just a boogeyman ninja, and it was menacing. Every time Bihan showed up, it was scary.
Oh yeah, you knew something was gonna go down.
And it was like that good combination of action, suspense, and horror that I really love. And to see that in a martial arts fantasy movie was very rewarding for me. Because I'm like, okay, they really are showing Bihan. Because in the video games, they always shed light on Scorpion, who's my guy too. But Bihan got his respect in this movie. Like when he showed up, it was going to be a problem. And it was just time to run or do what you can. Because even the other Earthrealm warriors was like, I don't know if we can do this, but we'll save him for last. Because they was like, we're going to get the other weak dudes out the way.
What about Sub-Zero?
Yeah.
I forgot about him. Let's all come together.
That's when you know.
Jump his ass.
That's when you know you have a problem. And shout out to my man Joe Taslim, man.
Joe Taslim did his thing.
I'm glad he was a part of this.
I want to talk about Sub-Zero too. Like you said, very menacing. I loved his fight scenes. I loved everything about him because I love the fact that he kept you on your toes where you did not know what to. Only thing you really knew to expect from him was death. Like
right,
and it was no mercy, none of that.
Death and consequences.
Yeah, it was like, yo, he's gonna if he shows up, somebody's going to die.
Yeah,
and if they don't, they're gonna be close to death.
Right.
Like, and I really like that about Joe Taslim's playing Sub-Zero. He had that look.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when we watched when we did the reaction, you know, we were like, yo, is he this? Is he that? I think he's somebody else. Because, you know, previously in the beginning, he had his color, his tone. He was more vibrant, and then later on, he was more cold as ice. He
had
more
a Quan Chi look.
Yeah, he had a very Quan Chi look, right? So, I still got my. We'll talk about it after the goods because I want to talk about some stuff too that I want and I hope. But I like that about him in this movie. The Jack scene, I thought was one of the best scenes too because it had me laughing at the same time.
Okay.
Because when Jax got his arms removed, he like pushed him off of a ledge.
That was epic.
And I felt bad for Jax because he couldn't even stop it if he wanted to.
Right.
He just had to take that cinder block that he hit. He couldn't grab. He could do nothing. It was just shoulders.
And in most respects to an army officer going head up with behind.
And he went in there.
He was one of the few. And stayed. He hung a little bit. Army boxing coming in.
That hung or just he was toying with him?
Yeah. It was wild, bro. And I love seeing that the special forces vibe because we never really got that in any other iteration. It was cool to see him in military. He really spoke army soldier, and I love that. The way he delivered his lines, the way he moved, the way he came in, how he was just ready for combat, how he really was like looking out for his partner. You know, they have a good history, and you can feel the chemistry between him and Sonya Blade. Like I thought that was good casting on his part.
Yeah, I think
really seeing that, and I felt like that could have been a certain portion of the movie, just focusing on the special forces between him and Lieutenant Sonya. I think that could have been stuff too because that could have been like your X-Files factor. Mm-hmm. Like they've out there experiencing phenomena and stuff that nobody else either seen or discovered or believed.
Yeah,
because Sonya and them saw some stuff. It was like, and that's what brought them to this Mortal Kombat. But the thing was, what did they first see to make them realize about the Mortal Kombat? How did they discover the Mortal Kombat? Not so much what was going on the outside. What made them discover the inside? That's a movie in itself.
Yeah.
but it was still a good introduction, showing who they are and what they're about. So I like that.
Yeah.
Everybody had their moment in different ways. Not really when it came to like fighting. It was like character moments, and it was very small and nonchalant. I'm gonna say my probably 3 favorite characters was probably Sonya, Liu Kang, and Kano. They were my favorites through the entire movie.
All right.
And honorable mention, Ko Young.
Ko Young.
I thought it was a good introduction because, again, that was kind of low-key fan service in a way, because every time a new iteration of Mortal Kombat comes out, whether it's a comic or game, they always bring in new characters.
Yeah.
So it was like, granted, okay, you can't really be mad at that because there's always new characters every time a new game comes out. You can't just recycle the same thing without bringing new other combatants in. So I thought it was cool when he worked.
I got a lot. That's a lot that I like about the movie. I want to say before I get into the scenes, but one of the things that I really like about the movie is the fact that even though some of the fight scenes were, you wasn't really invested in them like that, but at the same time, the lore of Mortal Kombat still was lingering in this, especially the way the setup was. The way, see, it goes hand in hand, because even though the story was choppy and stuff, but the way they sped it up for me real quick. That's why the fights was like, man, damn, we here.
Yeah.
Give me more. It was like they sped up they sped it up just enough.
We need another hour.
Give you enough information to get to where we need to get. And I like that because it felt very video game-ish.
Yeah.
It felt very arcade-ish. Like it was like, yo, this and this. All right, here we go. Here you go. This and this. Here you go. I was like, okay, cool. I'm liking the tone. I'm getting video game vibe. It's just the execution just wasn't always there.
Yeah.
I thought that was very interesting. I love the dialogue when it came to the mentioning and the lore of Mortal Kombat in here.
Yeah, the fan service was nice.
Yeah, you know, Kano wins and
flawless
victory
yeah.
and things like that. Fight.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of the you even got Rico shaking like this. Even though I was like, yo, bring me some more, Rico. What's up? Like, you ain't doing nothing. But he was really like, yo.
The dizziness right before they get the fatality.
He's gonna break him down. Like, so I'm liking a lot of that.
And then the final fight between Bihan and Hanzo, how they were doing their stances when they were getting ready to battle.
Yeah.
The only thing was missing was a health bar above the character. That was it. That was cool. And then on timer.
And Shao Kahn in the back.
Yeah. Right?
You
sitting on the throne. So it was like cool, subtle Easter eggs and fan service, and it was a lot of fan service. So if you know the lore and mythos, or you just kind of memorize stuff, you're gonna catch some things. You know what I'm saying? Repeated viewing. So it lets you know that they have plans for other things.
Yeah.
And just and things can be improved. The stuff that we have gripes with can be fixed.
Yeah.
It can be fixed.
It can also one way to fix it is just one-liners. Just explain something. A lot of stuff.
Flashbacks help.
Yeah,
montages help.
One-liners. Oh, it does it because of this.
Yeah.
Oh, because of that.
Right.
Oh, because like the reptile scene.
Yeah.
Right. We know that the reptiles, little creatures, whatever, they run in packs. That was something I asked. Like, yo, why wasn't it more of them?
Right.
Well, granted they would have killed them. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
But it was like it would have been like Save said. It could have just been a one-liner. Was like, yo, I need a spy real quick. Just send one over there. You know what I mean? And he got it. You know,
to invade.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just the one-liners I felt that was missing to just explain things that make it a little bit more subtle because you ask questions on that. But all
around the board though, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I did enjoy this cast though. Like you had people in here that I wanted to see, and I really liked Max Hong, man, Kung Lao. He had a cool introduction. I'm a little salty on this death though. It was not necessary yet, and if you were gonna kill him, should did that in the third act. If you're gonna do that,
bro, you salty.
That's
my character. I know both my characters in the same movie.
I didn't have enough time when his introduction was so fire. I was like,
Kung Lao was
another 30, 40 minutes. Okay, because I understand you got to take liberties with MK. This isn't like Marvel DC. People are gonna die. Sometimes they get resurrected. You know, they go to different dimensions. Things change when you talk about different time portals and stuff like that. So it's all about how they're going to introduce certain things. Because, granted that they're going to change it. They're playing around in the sandbox. Granted, they should because there's a lot of lore now. And it makes sense. But I love the fact that we got to see him in live action and in a movie.
For the first time. And
that was great.
And he was really dope in what he brought to the table.
Yeah.
We got the first flawless victory. He went in, he handled that, man. And that's why I'm gonna talk about that in the scenes. I'm gonna talk about the scenes.
Yeah.
Cabal came in the building.
Yeah.
Dope.
I enjoyed him.
Cabal.
Great hidden character in the movie. Yeah.
Dope, man. And it's funny because Cabal and Kano are low key the best characters in the movie for us.
Black Dragon.
I mean? Yeah, you know.
Shout
what I
out
mean?
to the Black Dragons.
They really handled it. Kung Lao was that dude though. Don't get me wrong, but when you saw that speed and how he was utilizing his weaponry and stuff, it was like, yo, they're gonna take this somewhere else.
Right.
You know, when you saw Cabal, you saw the future of Mortal Kombat in my eyes. You saw like, yo, them Cyrax and them are finna come, bro. Like you saw the mechanics.
Cabal had a great introduction too.
You saw what it was like. Yo, they're finna bring that to the table.
And you can tell him and Kano was tight because they had similar personalities too.
Yeah.
They were both like weapons dealers, like bad attitudes, got stuff done, murdering people on the way. So they were just really like they were soldiers at what they did.
I like the fact he said that I don't work for Shang Tsung. I'm just I'm not his servant, bro.
Right.
I'm just helping him out. Like,
I'm helping him out.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I'm just recruiting for him. I do my own thing.
Which makes sense.
Because that means he's gonna end up choosing a side one day. You gotta always choose a side. But I don't feel like he's dead, Joe. I don't feel like he's dead.
I don't think so either though. But my boy Kano, most respects to Josh Lawson, the actor, man. He was my main character to go to, and I thought they really did a great job with him, just as far as personality, who he was. You learned everything you needed to know about him through his dialogue and then the interactions with other people.
Yeah, his mom died 30 years ago.
Man, the prisoner aspect, the mercenary aspect, the weapon especially, and then just him doing his own things and discovering stuff. Fighter when necessary, merc when necessary. Arms dealer when necessary, but so he had the trait of all traits. He did everything.
I feel that
he played him up perfectly.
Out of this bunch of actors, only a few characters actually you got a chance to really explore.
Yeah,
Kano was one of them.
Yeah,
Kano was one of them, and because of Kano, you got to explore Cabal because you kind of understood. But that's the same thing, like,
and with the whole back and forth with him and Sonya was great too.
Yeah,
we know where that's gonna lead.
Yeah,
but to see the somewhat beginning of it was nice.
Yeah,
yeah,
it was cool. It was really good. Another thing that I like about this movie, was that once you got, it's like I like Easter egg hunting. So if you know the lore of it, you can really have fun Easter egg hunting.
Yeah, sure.
You're like, yo, okay.
Always fun.
All right.
Yeah.
I get that. Oh, look at that. Did y'all see that? I saw that. I said, rewind it. Okay, boom. You know, I like having fun with the movie.
Definitely.
And this movie did give you a lot of fun. What else did I like? What else you like?
I like the blood and gore that we got.
Oh, man, yeah.
That was cool. Some CG, some practical, but
what was the best death?
Oh, Natara.
You already know it.
Natara,
she did
and
not
then
that shit to roll. She was like, "Oh shit, wait, what's going on?"
We already talked about the other one, but I like the Lin Kuei deaths from Hanzo in the beginning. I had to go back to that. That slice to the head through the skull, that sternum, wrecked. And then when he came in and had the other guy in a headlock and snapped his neck, turned around and cut the dude's arm off, I was like, "Ooh!" And had the katana sword in his back and then kicked him and pulled it out.
I ain't gonna lie though. When Scorpion was fighting behind in the end and he got his sword to come back. That was cold.
Yeah. We saw traditional samurai fighting.
Yep.
That I forgot to mention that.
That was dope.
Low detail.
That was dope.
So they used they took what was from the Mortal Kombat game and then they threw traditional Japanese samurai fighting. That was dope. And we got to see a little bit of it. That was another fight where they let it play out a little bit. It was kind of even ground. Still could have gave us more, but I'll take what I got.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it was like a frozen cage. I was like, "Oh, this feels like an actual level."
Because it was the boxing ring.
I was like, "Okay, this is all right, Temple. All right, I get it." Bihan's lair. All right.
Who we speak on? Melina was cool. She was running shit. You know what I'm saying?
Melina was cool. They treated her like a hidden character, which is fine. Granted, she's gonna come back.
Yeah.
But I liked her introduction. I liked the girl they had playing her. She was good.
Thick. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see. What else we like? What I like in this movie was a simple fact that they were able to incorporate this many characters. Like
we did have a lot.
That's not easy to do. And granted,
it gets overlooked. Yeah,
like
but
I said, it's a little choppy.
Yeah.
But you did have fun with them.
Yeah.
You did have fun. Rico's probably the only, out of all the characters, Rico's the only one that I say besides, because we know what Raiden situation's about, but Rico was the only one that was like, just throw somebody in.
Yeah.
Because even Gore had a better shot with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was cool.
And granted, Rico was kind of the bodyguard. He wasn't that major of a character, but they had somebody we liked in the role. But it was like I didn't want to see him as Rico. I wanted him to be Shao Kahn.
Yeah, or at least if you're gonna bring Rico, bring more to the table.
Yeah, that too. So again, he felt kind of like a hidden character in a sense. But even though he was there, he wasn't there. But it seemed like they had plans to do that, but they took him out quick. Yeah. His fatality was dope too.
It felt like an edit. Like they took some of the
Let's
stuff
put him
out
in there to show that we're kind of in that timeline of the original timeline because Rico's part of the old timeline. Mm-hmm. So I get that. And what's interesting about that is the team behind this kind of pulled from different iterations. I mean, the sandbox is huge and there's a lot of lore. And as well, they should play in that sandbox. Because if you go on one consistent timeline, then there's no way you can really do what they did in this movie. Mm-hmm. So it was, they're taking liberties. I just wish they would execute them a little bit more strongly. They got their foot in there. It just needs some padding up. Yeah, that's all, man. That's all.
With that said, man, before we get into the, our scenes and just having fun with it, you want to go and give a grade?
I'll give a grade, man. I'm gonna give this movie a C+, man.
Really?
I thought it was a good movie.
Give it a C+.
Yeah.
Whoo! Yeah. Hey, man.
when I watched it, bro, like it was a B. But as I sat down and got to think about it, I was like, my action wasn't there. I got it, but not the way I wanted. And that was what I was really here for. Everything else, I really honestly didn't care about. But I had to explain the pros and cons so you guys can understand where I'm at. But I was just here for the action. And we got it. But I didn't get enough of it, and I didn't get it the way it was supposed to be presented. And I understand because Simon McCoy, I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass because his first directorial blockbuster movie. He did good with the other stuff.
Yeah.
If you're going to move forward, I think he needs to have action directors help him with his fight scenes and let him direct the story-based moments.
Yeah.
Where there's no fighting or gun battles going on or anything like that. And if he doesn't come back, these are the top directors that you need to bring in to come help this Mortal Kombat movie pop.
Well, hold on. Don't kill him. All right. All right.
And my grade C+. But we're going to... we got to say this because we want this to continue.
This has to continue.
Yeah.
I have to second that. I watched it twice. I was really lingering. And then when I watched it again in IMAX with you guys today...
Yeah.
I officially came with my verdict.
Yeah.
Because of... And I'm going to tell you why I came with my grade. It had a lot of slow spots that didn't need to be there. I felt that a lot of the slow spots could have been taken away and could have gave me lore, could have gave me information, make it fun. Like I needed fun. I wanted to be fun 24/7. I wanted to have a ball watching this movie. I was getting information and feelings that I didn't care for nor needed. I also feel that for newcomers coming into Mortal Kombat, this movie does no justice for them. You have to know what you're watching to really get what you watched. And for new people to come in, it's like, all right, I guess. Like, you just do it like Rico. He just came out of nowhere. He just came out of the portal. Boom, here's Rico. Oh, okay, he has a hammer that's made of stone. Okay, why?
And there's people out there that probably haven't played Mortal Kombat 4, so they don't know who he is.
They don't know who he is.
Yeah.
You know who the main characters are. There was a lot of, like Bihan's motive was really in the air.
It was never personal. It was always for the clan.
Yeah, and we had to kind of, we in the air like.
And that's fine. So if his motivations were for Lin Kuei, then we need to see more about the Lin Kuei.
Yeah.
Let's learn about his clan.
His motivations were kind of in the air, like, okay, we're guessing. Like, we're like, I guess it's because of this.
Right.
Was it Quan Chi that was him? No, it was him, but then why? And then that big lingering question was like, how is he still alive?
Right.
What's going on? This was in 16, 17.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff was just choppy. And that right there hurts, especially coming in as a viewer and not getting what you watched. And then the very end, when Scorpion comes back from blood of a blade that his wife had, I was like, okay, here's my grade. Because I can't explain certain stuff. Like, that's what really, like, C+.
Okay. See, I'll say my grade again in case you guys forgot. So C+.
It's a C+. It's a C+ film. I had fun though.
I will say, Another thing I forgot, you mentioned it too, but I like the soundtrack. I love the music. The
music,
composer
yeah.
Benjamin Walfish is great. Good stuff. Good thing, mix of orchestra, electronic, techno, and symphonics. It was cool. To make this really pop, man, you need to get guys in here like Timo Gianto, Sam Hargrave, Chad Stahelski, and Gareth Evans to really help you with that action portion of this movie, because this is an action-based franchise. This is a martial arts franchise where there's murder and death and there's supernatural abilities. These guys know how to direct action. If Simon McCoy needs that assistance, that's great. Because I'm not going to take nothing away from him. He gave us a great introduction when it came to things that weren't really action-based, and he did his best. And I will say this, because a lot of directors that come into this world can't do what this man did for us.
Absolutely.
Because the camera work was not the problem. It was the editing and the close-ups. He did no shaky cam.
Yeah.
And I applaud that. And I want to make that clear. There's no shaky cam. It was the editing and the choppiness, close-up takes. That was it. There was no shaky cam. So we're grateful for that.
I'm grateful for having the movie, bruh.
I'm grateful for that too.
Because I just don't want. I'm so used to the way Hollywood runs. If something doesn't pan out the way they believed it should, they just get rid of it.
Yeah.
I feel like this right here definitely needs another shot, but with a different take on it.
Yeah, and I also want to shed light on the writer too, because Greg Russo really is a fan. He did give us some information, but not in the most incoherent way. But he did give us the fan service, and he did bring these characters in, and he did give us the world in the best possible way he could. Granted, if this had been any other writer, they probably would have just been making this up as they went along. But he put stuff in there that we were familiar with.
Yeah.
And he put stuff in there that we wanted to see. Granted, the execution wasn't there, but you can feel the passion and love. And we said this in our reaction too.
Yeah.
I just want him to perfect the world building and the narrative with the characters. That's all you need to do. And just pick specifically what subplot you want to focus on. Do you want to do invasion? Do you want to do tournament? Do you want to do recruiting and then get to the invasion, or do recruiting and then tournament? Because you can go one or two ways with it, or you could focus on one or two characters. Yeah. You could have did a whole Lin Kuei versus Shirai Ryu movie.
Yeah, and when you come to the future, you talk about Cole.
Yeah,
that would have been like, okay, here we go.
And I'm gonna say it again. Then we're gonna get out of here, man. The writer and the directors really are passionate, and it shows, and I see it. And we say this because it's potential. And I also want to say that I watched this movie twice on HBO Max. I went and bought my ticket to go see it today. Shout out to J3 for that. And I'm going to go watch it again tomorrow. I want a franchise. I want this to be good. But we have to acknowledge the pros and cons. And we have every right to be critical because we spent money on this and supported it on streaming. We want to see more Mortal Kombat movies.
I want to see more Mortal Kombat.
Just give us the fights. Yeah. Give us the narrative. We can fill in the rest with our brains. Like, we know that stuff.
Yeah.
We want to explain what can make it better.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed the movie. I did not hate it.
It's just one-liner.
He enjoyed it.
It's one-liner.
Yeah.
It's one-liners.
Little things. These are things that can be fixed.
It's like, for instance, like let's since we already gave a grade, let's just have fun with this.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about. So for
I want more.
Seems like you know when Sub-Zero comes and he comes after Scorpion's family, right? I just feel that the invasion was just basic.
Yeah.
Because I feel that if you go to war with somebody for so long, especially someone that has an ability like Ice, you will sense certain things. And to see how Han was handling, he was just like, I'm in love. And his wife didn't put no hands in. Granted, I know that people say,
and
his wife
married to a Shirai Ryu warrior.
Yeah, she got to know some moves, man. I just think
the son was ready to put down, and he's the child.
Yeah, I just
I got to respect that too.
I just some things you want to see, and you feel like maybe because of the way our mothers are, but we've
seen this done in other movies where the wife was putting in work.
Yeah, it was like, man, I know who my husband is. And I gotta protect myself too, because I know I might have to protect my young one.
And he might be away sometimes.
Because he's away, and I know that he is a threat. Who he is, people want to kill him. So we need to know how to fight in case he's not here or I have to help.
Correct.
And when I saw Cole's wife said "F this shit" and went up to Gore with that ass, I was like, yeah,
common sense.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she got knocked out, but at least she did something.
Yeah.
I just feel I like stuff like that.
Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah. See, his family was supportive of him.
Yeah, it was like, yo, let's get. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
they made sense of it.
But it took a while for them to get to that point.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they didn't know what was going on. Like, man with four arms just showed up.
True.
So the reaction was real.
But it was more like she had when got that axe though. Like, I gotta kill this fool.
She tried to do some. She tried to do something and showed effort.
And then
that's all you can ask for.
You see Scorpion wife, and she just died. Like,
you know,
died. Like it should have been more of a battle. Like, oh, okay, I gotta kill you because if I don't, you'll kill me.
And now that innocent family of other kids that are probably on the way could have been the continuation of that bloodline of that clan.
Yeah,
and could have kept the generation going. They could have grown up to be great combat fighters.
They got ambushed to a degree, but at the end of the day, like, you're warriors and you don't have a city. Like, you can hear people walking up. Like,
right.
I don't know. That's just me overthinking the situation. I just felt like I wanted some more on that. Let's just. I'm gonna say it. It got to be said. The Transformers moment with Jax. Jax is hard to do, because I've seen 3 movies with Jax. They ain't got it right. Jax is hard to do. His arms transformed, mechanical engineered chips and micro computer systems.
You gotta believe
the
in
same
yourself.
stuff that Bucky had on his arm came out of nowhere.
Man,
like, he had Wakandan technology from a tattoo. Like,
a gateway into Wakanda.
they had no. I know.
Yeah.
They had no clue, bro. I don't know. That was funny though. I laughed. I took it because I understand if you believe in yourself, it's your chi, whatever, you'll get some abilities. But
that was an interesting concept.
That was the video gaming stuff.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But it was just really off going. It was like, yo, what? All right.
I guess.
All right.
We don't have the tech, but okay.
Yeah. Where the metal come from? It
right.
grew somewhere. I don't know, but it happened.
It is what it is, but
I guess if I can believe in this symbol, I'll get a stone body or something. I don't know.
You've been chosen. Me too.
Man, mine's a little ashy Larry.
He's been out of the game.
But I think those scenes were like, okay, I'll take it. But it was fun. It was like,
I had a good time though.
It was there.
Yeah.
It was there to be such a perfect video game movie, bro. It was there.
Because you had the perfect combination of...
The actors were great.
Yeah, you had the supernatural horror setting. You had the potential fighters there and actors. Good. They were all good, but they were good.
Yeah.
And you could have brought them raid elements into the supernatural fantasy world. Because now you have raid-like characters and raid-like actors with powers. You know what I'm saying? Like, just,
they were there,
just
bro.
that description, you should already be getting excited. But it's like they didn't deliver on that. But... the future is still bright.
Oh yeah,
because the money's there and the fans are there and the audience. We want it, and it shows. Like, people want to see more. They want the martial arts stuff, man. They want Mortal Kombat back. We want Mortal Kombat back. You guys can still do it.
Yeah,
you can still do it.
I'm still bitter though about how you did my boy Cabal and Kung Lao.
I need my director's cut when the 4K comes out.
I need something because
I need like 20, 30 extra more minutes on this hour 50-minute runtime.
I gotta say this and then I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm bitter because Kung Lao was fresh and Shang Tsung took his soul
and died.
How? He was fresh.
He was 100%.
He was fresh.
Yes,
man. I understand. You have to show Shang Tsung taking someone's soul. I get it. It's his thing.
Yeah.
But not with him.
Not at that moment.
Yeah. It should have been Rico or something.
Yeah.
You failed me. Your soul is
you
mine.
haven't done anything.
Yeah, all right. You're weak.
Cool.
You're in the way.
Rico didn't do anything. Take his soul.
Yeah.
All right.
Kung Lao was putting in work. He was fresh. He had a flawless victory and then died.
Yeah.
I had to get that off my chest, man. That hurt my soul last night.
That flawless victory was hot, though.
That hurt my soul.
I know.
I just watched him put in work.
And
he had the blood and everything. He was ready.
We just got introduced to him. Yeah. Did you hear what I just said? We just got introduced to him. Come on.
I knew Cabal wasn't going to win from the trailers. I got it. I knew it was going to happen. I was ready.
But I'm happy with what we got for him.
Because I don't think he did.
Nah, he's back. He's coming back.
But the way they did my boy Kung Lao, bro. We finally got Kung Lao. It's been 30 years, bro. We finally got Kung Lao. And he's gone.
I'm good, though. Like, they did my boy Candle justice. My other character, Kenshi, wasn't there. Kenshi wasn't there, but he coming, though.
You. It was all about you. They did you good, huh?
And I really like Sonya, too, man. I really enjoyed Sonya.
I wanted to see her was it Kiss of Death?
Yeah.
I wanted to see that.
Next movie.
Next movie. That. Maybe she's going to learn it from Johnny Cage.
Hey, that'd be a tight twist. It makes sense.
Maybe she's going to learn from Johnny Cage.
All right.
There is a bright future for the next one.
Good post-credit fan service scene too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I seen it coming though.
Yeah.
I seen it coming.
It makes sense.
I look at it like this: like for part 2, with what we said, there's a lot to be improved in.
Oh yeah.
I think part 2 needs to be more dialogue, more character developing,
Deeper character development.
deeper, and fight. That's all it needs.
And more fights.
It don't need nothing else. I don't need.
Keep the combination of action and horror. Keep that.
Yeah.
That was great.
Don't do nothing else. Like, that's all it needs. Really, it needs to be a heist horror film. Why are they doing this? We already seen Shinnok's Amulet. It needs to be a heist. It needs to be something for them to bring out Scorpion, because Scorpion is free. So now, because Shang Tsung's warriors have been defeated, he needs someone to cover this situation. And I think this is when Shang Tsung is going to portray Quan Chi.
Okay. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Well, he was always there the whole time. You never went against behind in the first place.
Because now it's a fight for the throne.
Now it's a fight for the throne. Yeah. I think it needs to be a heist. You need to capture something and at the same time world build with the Earth Realm. Stryker.
He needs to show up.
Cabal needs to show up. Like, man,
Yeah.
F that bad team, bro. They F me up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who's to say Raiden didn't take him?
Heck, I even want to see Fujin too. Fujin would be great.
I think that's part 2 needs to be about that. We need to have we need to have the bad guys and the good guys in the same movie, going for the same goal.
So Good, Bad, and Ugly meets Hellraiser meets Big Trouble in Little China.
Bingo.
All right, for sure.
That's all I need.
I'll take it.
That's all I need. That's all I need. If you do that, mixed in with the music.
With raid action.
Exactly. I need the fatalities were great. They were good. We knew they were coming.
Yeah.
But I feel it could have been better. Because it's the lead up to that. Because when Jax went against Rico, it was quick. It was choppy.
Very fast.
It's like, pow, 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 pow. Oh, these shits work.
And it's funny, though, because this is the thing about Jax. He could take punches. But when he hits you, it's over.
Yeah.
So
it's
I'm
like
glad they acknowledged that.
Yeah, it's like Rocky Balboa with that.
Yeah.
I want that.
Army boxer.
Yeah. I want that. I feel like that's what's going to get us like, yo, because it feels like we're part of the movie. This movie I wasn't part of it. I was just watching it. I want to be part of this world.
Yeah. And also, this is going on long, but we're giving you things that we know that can improve. Like, the fighting choreography was good. It's just this, we want to see it. That's all. Yeah. The fight choreography wasn't even bad.
Yeah.
We just want to see it.
Yep. That's all.
Wide takes, less cuts, unless somebody's dead. Bravo on no shaky cam. Bravo on that.
We could have got that. A lot of that.
There was none of that. Thank God.
Only got dizzy.
But yeah, man, improvements. You guys can do it, and we're gonna support, man. Just let's go back to the drawing board, because people clearly want a franchise, not just us.
Yeah, it's worth buying.
You guys can do it.
I'm buying.
Yeah,
it's worth buying.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah,
we need that director's cut.
Yeah. That might explain a lot. You never know.
It might help.
Yep.
Director's cuts save movies.
It'd be like, yo, I've seen it happen.
The Simon McCoy cut of MK.
More than twice. It actually saved
40 minutes like you've never seen before. Oh, so
that's what I needed. It's like, oh, there it is. He was in the movie the whole time.
That C plus gonna go to a B.
Maybe even an A.
Maybe.
40 minutes can change a lot of the movie.
But nonetheless, we had fun, man.
Hell,
I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow at the IMAX.
Hey,
I'm gonna go again and watch it.
4 hours could change a movie.
And we talking about Mortal Kombat. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
4 hours could change a whole movie. Be like, God, oh, that's what they were trying to do.
2 hours of story, 2 hours of ass whooping. Bingo.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Katana walking by and she just a little shot. Hey, that shit right there.
And all the characters we want to see might show up. All right, cool. Okay.
I'm with it.
2 movies in one. All right, I'll take it.
All right. I hope you guys enjoy our review.
Yeah.
Our spoiler review. We had fun with the movie. We got to talk about the negatives and the positives.
Yeah. I love it. Man. I enjoyed it.
Sonya is very cute, bro.
Great casting. Shout out to Jessica McNeil.
Them blue eyes was catching me, bro.
I was in love.
Yeah.
That was a flaw.
I didn't want to see her get hurt or nothing.
That was a flawless victory for me.
Yeah.
When she was on screen, I was like, oh yeah, this is Sonya Blade.
That 4 hours might explain how she had those things on her arms. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not
Shout out to the first game though, because that was from part 1. That was from the first video game, so I was like, I give her, okay, I see what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
That's where the fan service comes in.
Hope you guys enjoy. If you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button. Thumbs this video up. Don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Yes.
Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Please, yes.
I'm J3.
Run the Shogun. Ninja Assassin. Chi.
And we out.